I feel like every time I make a video about whatever niche interest I'm into that particular week, I basically alienate the entire SEGADriven audience. Well, I guess that isn't stopping with this video, because guess what everyone? I'm into golf games now! The original PGA Tour Golf is a game that I have a lot of history with, despite never really playing it until making this video. You see, my dad's a golfer, and he played these games on the Mega Drive when they were new, and I would watch him for hours. Because of that, I've always enjoyed the idea of golf, even if privatising great swathes of countryside so rich toffs can smack a ball around in peace is quite repulsive. But golf video games? I can get behind that. This is a virtual space that I can access at any time for a considerable amount less than buying a load of clubs and a membership to an exclusive golf course. Plus there's no actual exercise involved. Now there's the appeal. PGA Tour Golf was originally released for DOS-compatible PCs in 1990 and then ported to the Mega Drive in 1991. It features 4 courses to play for a total of 71 holes, and you can do take-it-in-turns multiplayer with up to 4 people. You can practice on any course or jump into a full tournament when you feel like you're up to the challenge. There's also a separate driving range and putting green to practice on if you need help with improving either skill. The aim of the game is simple: smack that ball into the hole at the end of the course in as few shots as possible. The challenge comes with having to gauge how hard you need to hit the thing in each shot, adjusting for wind and absolutely nailing the button presses when you activate the swing meter. To take a shot you have to press B to start the meter. When it gets to your desired power level you press B again, and then when the meter returns to its start point you press B again. If your final button press is either under or over the starting line, then your ball will curve either left or right. So if you're aiming for a straight shot, you need to hit that starting line perfectly. It's simple enough to explain, but bizarrely challenging in practice. At the end of the swing meter is the max distance your particular club can hit the ball. So with that information in hand, alongside the HUD in the bottom right telling you how far it is to the hole, that's how you gauge how far you need to hit the ball for each shot. The first shot onto the fairway will almost always be a case of hitting that sucker as hard as you can, but for the remaining shots it gets a little trickier. Once you're on the putting green, you also have to deal with changes in elevation. You're always shown an extruded map of the green before your first putt, so you can see how the ball is going to interact with the terrain. Using that knowledge, you'll have to adjust where you aim the ball and how much power you're going to use, especially if you need to get the thing over an incline. And amazingly, this all works really well for a game from 1991. The courses are rendered with polygons to give you a 3D perspective on the action, and the game will change angles to frame your shot better once you take it. You can also access an overhead look at the course, so you can see where on the course you're aiming for. The presentation across the board is brilliant, giving you plenty of ways to view the course so you can play better, whilst also rewarding you with instant replays when you pull off particularly impressive shots. It honestly feels so good to trigger an instant replay, and the game makes you feel like an absolute boss as a result. After watching my dad play this for so long, only to revisit it as an adult and actually understand it, and even play it well, feels like I've unlocked some secret art that only dads have access to. PGA Tour Golf is a genuinely great time, and the developer at Sterling Silver Software have done a fantastic job of making you feel really accomplished when you master the control scheme. This sort of thing is not going to be for everyone, and there was a time when I thought that was me as well, but I think if you're open to trying something different, then you may have as good of a time as I did. Scoring each hole under par is like solving a little puzzle, and there's a strange rush of excitement every time you do it. Oh mate, I feel like I need to apologise to my dad for never playing this with him. What a game!